But we're gonna go right now. Blast it or stash it live Friday night, and start with Paul, Midwest Comic Man.
All right, my quote is from our golden era, 90s. Greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Kaiser Soze.
You know it, baby.
But that's not the name of the movie, though, is it? That's
no.
Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
That was a comic book not too long ago, I think.
Yeah.
Kaiser Soze.
Spectacular Smarty Grandpa. Mike, he looks very serious, looking in the camera. At least you're frozen,
yes,
baby.
Sir. Am I frozen?
Not anymore. Let it go, Mike. Let it go.
You don't want that on camera. My quote is from the year 2000. All you people are so scared of me. Most days I take that as a compliment. It ain't me you got to worry about.
Was there another part to that? Because you broke up. Ain't me you got to worry about. That's the last we heard.
No, that was the end of it.
Oh, okay.
All you people are so scared of me. Most days I take that as a compliment, but it ain't me you got to worry about now.
Rorschach.
Comically flawed said he knows and he's drawing a blank.
Yeah, I don't know.
From the year 2000.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Science fiction.
Science fiction. That doesn't help me at all. Matrix.
It is Pitch Black.
Oh yeah. My goodness. That's a good movie, too.
Oh, yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick. He's close.
He was close, yep. Doom 143's in the house.
About straight.
Jason Smith. Black Pole.
Chat's popping in it.
It's moving along pretty good. With that, we're going to move on to Trinitys Comics. Jeremy?
Okay, mine is throwing it all the way back to 1993. It's not a comic book movie.
You know what Grandpa was doing in 1993?
Being born. I don't know.
No, he's probably had his door locked and looking at his Alyssa Milano.
Okay. Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like someone just walked over your grave.
Oh, I know that one. Anybody else got it before I name it?
No.
What?
Oh, come on, Tombstone.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting there, I was looking at the chat and I had to process the quote and I'm like, wait a minute, Johnny Ringo? I know what that is.
Yeah. I figured if I said that name, it was going to give it away.
I was busy in 1993.
Yeah, he's on a submarine full of seamen.
I was a junior in high school.
Moving on, and of course, me, Hueys Comics, the host right now, and my quote is not a comic book movie. I don't even remember what year it came out, but it should be fairly easy. I don't want no damn fop. I'm a Dapper Dan man.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
That is, oh, brother, where art thou? Geographic anomaly 3 weeks from everywhere. And now we'll go ahead and jump right into the comic reviews. Hey, Mike, do you want to start us out tonight?
Sure. I want to give a special shout out to Bubba's List, who just popped in the chat. He was our latest entry into our Summer Spectacular contest. So shout out to Bubba's List for the video. First book. Let's do Hulk Generations first off.
Yeah, let's get that crap out of the way.
I was hoping in this book, to bring back the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner, and he'd rip fucking Amadeus's Cho spine out of his back and shove it up his ass, but that didn't happen. I don't know why or how, but the two Hulks meet, and they end up in the desert fighting the military with no explanation, and then all of a sudden this giant monster appears with no explanation. and this book was so fucking boring. Yeah, this is my fuck Marvel book of the week. This is my worst pick of the week. Blah blah blah. Last. I hope next week Jean Grey's a little better. So.
I'm the only one that read that one. Okay, so
see, now here's the problem. Reviews from the back end. That's what I thought. They said that this book takes place after Secret Empire.
Well, then why release it now?
Fucking exactly. So if that's the route they're taking, you know.
I'm no other one that read this book. I'll be the first to say it. This book probably has put almost a complete stop to any Marvel I'm picking up. I'm going to be picking up the Punisher series, a miniseries by Garth Ennis is coming out in November. I'm going to finish up Secret Empire, that little run, and then I think that's it. I'm done. Because this crap here, they're all just trying to show how much better these new characters are than the older characters, and Bruce Banner. And because the Amadeus Cho's like, well, why? Let's think of a better way to do this. Let's not fight. You know, like Bruce Banner and the Hulk's meant to just rip shit up. That's the Hulk, you know, and he has conflictions with that, where Amadeus Cho is like proud of being a Hulk. And I think that's what all these generation books are going to be, about how much much better these new characters are. Garbage, as far as I'm concerned. This is my turn of the week. I think I'm only getting a couple of the other generation books too, and that's it. But
you know what? When I heard about this whole Generations thing or Legacy or whatever they're calling it, this where they're bringing the characters back. When I looked at it and they weren't bringing back Logan Wolverine, I just said, "Well, I'm not even going to invest any time in it because."
Yeah.
They don't. I don't know. Like the next one that comes out next week, it's the Jean Grey meeting Jean Grey. I mean, they're the same fucking person.
Well, isn't it the Phoenix and Jean Grey? I mean, I know Jean Grey turned into the Phoenix.
I don't know
what it is.
Weren't they supposed to release a rebirth type one shot before all this?
Let me break it down for y'all. Everybody with me now?
Oh, we know where you're going.
Fuck Marvel.
I think we're going to turn that. We're going to auto-tune that and turn it into our catchphrase. Y'all, Paul.
So, and I had high hopes for this. I loved the Hulk. I got my Hulk action figures back there. Hulk's right up there, freaking. But like I said, I wanted Bruce Banner to come, you know, and beat the fuck out of Amadeus Cho, and that didn't happen. And I was highly disappointed. Pretty cool cover though.
Which cover did you get, Mike?
This one. I don't know who it's by. I'm not a cover guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got the other one. I got cover B. Yeah, I must have cover B. Okay, so that's my turn of the week for sure. Jeremy, you're up next. What's your first book?
We'll go ahead and get it out of the way. Batman 28 is not my pick of the week, but it is a definite stash because it's Batman. But without spoiling the book, I'm just going to say Deadshot and Deathstroke get in a sniper duel over Gotham. Enough said. War of Jokes and Riddles, it hasn't been as great as I thought it was going to be, but it's still been entertaining me. So, yeah, it's Dash for me.
Yeah, I'm the only one that read that one as well. Yeah, the sniper battle between the two were pretty cool because they were breaking it down. Day 1, 5 people died. Day 2, 15 people died. You know, this time about the destruction that they're bringing to the city, and Batman's trying to, I guess, curb it. Batman goes in and just kicks both their asses, though. You know, he just like it seems a little weird to me that both these guys are trained assassins, and one guy can come in there and kick that. Although you could say it's Batman. It's Batman. You could say that.
That's what I'm saying. You know, he was trained by the League of Assassins.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I liked it. It's definitely a good stash for me. I'm here at the beginning of the book. Gordon's going through the whims of the Riddler and the Joker, meeting it on their terms. You know, naked in one essentially, and in a prison jumpsuit for the other one. But I'm hoping it picks up a lot more. I mean, this was pretty good, but not my pick of the week. And I will go ahead, I guess, and do mine. My first one is going to be my co-turd of the week, and that is Hillbilly #7. I really loved Hillbilly. I mean, I've loved it since the beginning, but this was crap. I mean, there's hardly any dialogue at all. The whole gimmick was the 3D glasses, which, I mean, they didn't even bother sending 3D glasses with the book. I thought Eric Powell was a little better than this, you know, being an indie book, not going with the gimmicks. The 3D was okay. It seemed kind of cool, but not worth $3.99, especially not having glasses with it. So this is definitely a co-turd of the week for me. And Jeremy, I know you read that one as well, too.
My sentiments exactly. I didn't have the 3D glasses, so I wasn't sure. Since I read it online, I wasn't sure if they came with it or not. That's why I had to ask you before I made it my co-turd of the week. I'm like you. I expected better. When I sat down to read that book, I was like, well, this is probably going to be my co-pick of the week right here.
Yeah.
It's not pick of the week because Hillbillies have been consistently awesome for me.
Yeah.
You know, every issue, but this right here, like you said, there was hardly any. Oh wow. There was hardly any dialogue, and then because I thought, well, maybe it won't make that big of a difference if you can see what the panels are showing you without you getting that 3D motion. But I don't know, man.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy, point your finger at the screen. Whoa! Careful. Okay. Moving on. We'll move on to Paul. What's your first book of the week?
First book of the week for me will be Turok, and this one earns a resounding meh. It's just not the Turok I'm used to seeing. I didn't really connect with it. It just wasn't that good. I didn't really care for the art. I didn't really care for the story. So this is probably my turd of the week.
And that's a Valiant book too, correct?
No, this is IDW now.
Oh, is it? It was Valiant before, right?
Yep. I think it's IDW. It's either IDW. Is it Dynamite?
Yeah.
I know it was one of the two.
And Mike, you haven't read that yet, though.
No, I have read this.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, just like Paul said, I was going to say the exact same thing. This is the Turok I grew up with, but it's interesting enough that I'm going to give it another chance. It's got dinosaurs in it, humanoid dinosaurs. I'm sold. But yeah, this ain't the same Turok. I don't know if they change. Instead, let's focus on this Alex Ross shadow cover right there.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
There we go. Alex Ross does know how to do the shadow.
A bunch of cool covers for that book coming up. But yeah, I'm gonna stash this book. I'm gonna pick up issue number 2. I always like Turok, so.
Before we jump into the next book, you want to give us an update on the chat, Mike?
Yes, sir. Mighty LJ just says, "Okay, I'm here now." So we got to behave. The dead mother is here.
No dirty talk, Mike.
Okay, yes, sir. Jason Smith is in the chat.
I think we're gonna have to mute him then.
Yeah, pretty much. Reviews from the Batcave.
We're going to have to teach Mike sign language if y'all going to start muting him.
No, I don't want to see what he would do in sign language.
No. There'd be stuff flopping around and it would be pretty.
Oh, Cat's Comics is in the house. SS Comic, I think I said that before. Yeah. Bubba's List. That is it. We got 14 watching right now. 7 thumbs up. So some of you haven't thumbed this fucking video up.
Okay, thank you, Mike. So with this,
Grandpa could do math. All right, Grandpa could do math.
He can only count to maybe 20, maybe 21 if he pulled his pants down. But
you wish
that'd be 21 and a half, really, probably.
You wish.
Why don't you go and give us your next book, Mike?
All right, let's do New Gods #1 or Special #1, whatever. For this, I didn't know much about the characters. I knew who they were. So basically, in this one, we got Calabac trying to rule Genesis, and Light Ray and Orion try to stop him. This book is awesome. Orion basically snaps and beats the bloody hell out of Calabac, breaks his arm and everything. One thing that stands out in this book, the art.
Shane Davis.
Shane Davis?
Yeah.
Shane Davis, man. I've never heard of him before, but pretty good stuff in here. Right there. Yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Newsboy Legion coming out next week from Jack Kirby. So.
Did you read all the stories, Mike?
I did. And there's two other stories at the end of there. One is Orion going underwater, Teeth of the Sea, a tale of young Orion. That was pretty cool. And then a Jack Kirby story there. Pretty cool stuff. And then, we got here's what Calabac used to look like back in the day, I guess.
It's kind of like the troll under the bridge.
What'd you call me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, New Gods. It was almost my pick of the week until I read something else, but pick it up.
Jeremy, how about you?
That's my pick of the week. I read it going into. I read some. I don't know a lot of the backstory, but I know that some of the characters that were in it were in the Dark Side War from New 52, like Calabac and Orion, I think, was in there. But it's my pick of the week. It was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But what I don't understand is what I'm kind of confused. Is this going to be in continuity? Does that mean, because last I knew in New 52, Darkseid got killed. They killed him. But does this mean he's going to be back now, or is this like out of continuity and Darkseid is?
There's a Darkseid book coming out along with this in this Jack Kirby stuff. So I don't know.
Darkseid is one of my favorite villains. That's probably one of the reasons why I really love this. But it's a stash for me.
I know next week we got the Newsboy Legion for the super run. So
now New Gods. See, Kirby was first at Marvel, he went over to DC, so this is a Bronze Age book. I'm assuming he's a Bronze Age character. I don't know a whole lot about the New Gods at all either, but it was pretty badass. Where, like you talking about, Mike. I mean, what's the main bad guy's name he's fighting?
Calabac.
Yeah. I mean, he's freaking huge, and Orion goes in there and grabs his arm and like punches up and snaps it right in half. That was pretty badass. I thought it was a really good book. Looking forward to. I'm not sure if this is just a one shot.
Yeah, it's a one shot. Reviews from the Batcave in the chat said they are one shots. Jack Kirby turned 100.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's also why we're getting all these true believers.
Yeah.
Yep.
But a definite stacks for me. I mean, it's got it's got 4 stories in there, well worth the $4.99, and it's got a decent cover on it too. It's not a flimsy cheap cover. I actually like that too. Paul, how about you?
I really liked it. Especially the first story, like everybody did. It's
oh my goodness, what's going on?
Calabac.
Yeah, Calabac's coming. I never read New Gods either, so I didn't know a lot of the characters, but you could just jump right in and pick the story up. And then when I got to the end of the book and got that Jack Kirby art goodness, I was just like, yep, here we are.
Yeah.
You don't need to go any further.
That Forager's in that book too. The Bug.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are Paul's beer servers. They bring the
All right. Gotta train them young.
See, Mike, you started that one. Trinity, what's your next book?
My next book will be, I guess we're going to do Elsewhere, #1. It's a stash for me. I liked it, especially the end of it. The end is what really got me. The ending of it was really cool. I don't want to give too much away in case anybody wants to read it, but yeah, I mean, from the cover of it, Amelia Earhart's in it, and I had just watched a documentary about Amelia Earhart the other day, a couple weeks ago, I think it was. But yeah, I liked it. It's got like some the title really fits for Elsewhere because it's like one of those Elseworld titles or whatever, like What If?
Yeah.
Kind of a thing where she's. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're going to finish up.
No, that's all I was going to say. I was just trying to. I didn't really have much to say about it. I liked it. I would read number 2.
So this is probably. Let me see here. My pick of the week. Look at the rest of my books here. Of course, it's about Amelia Earhart. She at the beginning of the story, there are 2 guys escaping what looks like a prisoner chained together, and they are Court and Tavel. And then they hear her screaming for help. They help cut her down, and she's trying to find her navigator, Frank Noonan, and they decide they're going to try to help her do that because they heard the word plane when they were in the prison. So they figure that her navigator is in the prison, so she gets herself caught, goes in there, and that's when the big twist is right at the end. I mean, I won't give the big twist away, but it has something to do with aviation on the big twist, again, with another character. When I flipped that back page, because Paul sent me a message saying, dude, you're going to love it. I flipped that back page, and I went, oh! I just got goosebumps, too. I actually loved it that much. I thought it was an awesome book. Definitely stash, picking up issue 2. Can't wait to see what's going on next. Maybe we might bring other characters in that have aviation connections as well. Paul?
Yeah.
This is also my pick of the week. I think everybody knows by now I love alternate history type stuff and unsolved mystery type stuff, so this is right in my wheelhouse. And that last page is a showstopper. I mean, I was like, oh, this book just got 1,000 times better. So this is an absolute stash, and I will definitely be picking up the second issue.
I keep getting achievement notifications because my daughter's playing Xbox.
I'll tell you. I had actually read a couple pages of that book, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this, and I got off of it. When you guys were talking about it in the chat, like the last page, that last reveal, that last page, I was like, I gotta go back and read it. I started actually reading the book, and I was like, wait a minute, this is actually pretty good, man. So I'm glad I went back and read kept on reading it.
What about you, Mike?
Big shout out to Big Bear Comics.
Oh yeah.
What up?
Oh yeah.
Elsewhere is also my pick of the week, and you guys said it all. I know you younger fellas, you'll get to the end and be like, "What the fuck? Who's that?" And just Google it, and you'll be pleased. Me if you want to know, or if you don't feel like Googling, and I'll tell you what's going on. So, Elsewhere number 1 so far. I haven't read everything yet.
Yeah.
The last time I had heard the name of that last character, Kid Rock referenced him in a song. That was a long time ago.
Wasn't he mentioned in Prison Break too?
He might have been.
I believe so. Yeah. Yes, he was.
Yeah, that was my question too. I wondered how many people in the chat would know who actually that person is or was. That'd be interesting to find out. So,
also that movie Without a Paddle, wasn't he in that reference to that movie too?
Yeah, that's the whole premise behind that movie.
Big Bear says, "Hello, here to learn from the pros." I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that either.
I think you clicked on the wrong channel, brother.
Shout out to his eBay store. He's got some comics for sale over there. I was just browsing the other day, so go check out Big Bear's eBay store.
But one other thing with that Elsewhere, there must be some kind of time stop there because the character. Well, I don't know because Amelia Earhart is disappeared long before that character was ever in existence. So who knows what the timeline there. And how that goes, how if time stops or time doesn't exist either. So I guess we'll find that out in issue 2. That was your book, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
It's my turn. Sorry, I'm scratching my eyeball. I'll do the one book which I thought Paul was going to read. That is Mech Cadet U. I think it's you. Why you? Would that be you, Paul? You know. You're
you.
I'll tell you what, it's not really my thing. It's definitely it's like shoot, what's the name of that movie where they climb and they're fighting the big robots and fighting the kaiju? Mike, I know Paul would know,
Pacific
but Mike,
Rim.
huh?
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, Pacific Rim. So very similar to that. This kid here, he is actually the janitor at this school where every year, or every couple of years, a couple of the top students get robots to fight with. One of the robots ends up getting off course and doesn't get to the head girl, and end up going to this kid and connecting with this kid. And the one thing I did like about it, the original character, original one that synced with the robot, is a Boy Scout. So I thought that was kind of a cool connection. They're trying to pry him away, saying he's not worthy to have a robot. But the original boy that got the first robot said, no, he's good enough. Let him be. Kind of a twist at the end. Nothing major.
Is that the kid from Pokemon?
It kind of looks like the kid from Pokemon.
He stole his head.
That's what I was thinking.
He's got a tail or something there, too. I don't know. Maybe it's a prehensile tail. Maybe he does something with it. It was an okay book. But
I have a question.
I don't think I pick up issue 2. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Does this Boy Scout have his motorboating patch?
I'd have to look at his go to his council and look at his record. He may have his motorboating patch. Now we'll bring that up. That's been gone for a long time in our show. Thank you, Mike, for bringing that back up.
Someone else brought it up in the chat a couple shows ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Shout out to Sleepy Reader 666. He's in the chat now.
Yeah, he said he found that to be a little bland. Yeah, I thought it was okay, but not good enough for me to pick up issue 2. I'm not big on the whole robot kaiju thing, so. Paul, what's your next book?
I was kind of hoping you'd do this one because I wanted to hear you to try to pronounce the name again.
Nah.
That was be Galacticon.
That's called a shuttle pass.
And I thought this was a really funny first issue. I mean, bonus points for using the term intergalactic dick pics. It's just set up right from the beginning as kind of a comedic take on things. But towards the end of the book, they spent the entire book basically getting the setup of you have a brutally violent villain and an anti-hero who has nothing to lose. So that's basically what was set up in this first issue. So I'm definitely looking forward to the second issue. I'm going to stash it.
And Jeremy, you read that one. What do you think of that?
Unfortunately, it was my second turd of the week. I think this is the first time I've ever had a co-turd of the week, but it just wasn't for me. I didn't like it. I actually quit reading it after divorce court. So,
was Judge Wapner in there?
He was.
That was the impartial robot judge. Yeah. That was pretty fun too. Not so impartial, is he? Or,
with the powder wig looking thing on.
Yeah. I thought this was pretty good. Now, as far as I know, it's based off of an album. If you look up Brendan Small's that name, what is it, Paul?
Galacticon.
Galacticon, thank you. If you look up that, there's actually an album. I've listened to it on Amazon Prime, and it's kind of like techno, I guess, in a way. Kind of reminds me of heavy metal a little bit. I think maybe that's what they were going for, kind of like with this comic, kind of a music-inspired comic book. I love heavy metal, and I thought this kind of fit in. I thought it was really cool. Some kind of heavy metal scenes to it. Looking at his ex-wife, I could see that in a heavy metal movie. But it was pretty funny. They go full danger tits. That was when they went into light speed. So pretty cool, funny lines in here. So it's good. Yeah.
Reviews from the back here said, look on the back cover.
They talk about the album.
I think the album was made to go with the comic or something because he said in there like the robot speaks in like it's got the guitar tab. You can actually play that.
Yep. I was just going to say that the guitar speaks, or the robot speaks guitar tab.
Yeah,
that's what actually drew me to it. That's why I thought I was going to like it, and it just wasn't what I was expecting. I guess I don't know.
So there's the back cover there. But right now, if you have Amazon Prime, you can Google their first album and actually listen to it and kind of see what you think of it. So this is Dash for me. I'm looking forward to issue 2, kind of seeing where, because last time we knew his mom was complaining to him, saying, you need to go in there and talk to the girl. She's a nice girl. You need to try to work it out. Sing her a poem. Like, poem? Come on.
Sing her a poem.
Or read a poem or whatever. Whatever, Jeremy.
This was after knocking back a full bottle of scotch too.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Mike, you're up next.
I guess we'll do X-Men Gold #9. Kitty Pryde is asked to go to Congress and be a spokeswoman for the mutant deportation law. Whatever. They get attacked. She actually asked Colossus to go with her. They're trying to hook up again. They get attacked. Whiplash. Nightcrawler is also trying to get laid in this book. So everyone's trying to get laid in this X-Men Gold. So
everybody getting laid.
I was just thinking about that.
The best part of the book is the end. I'm going to spoil it for you, but Omega Red is back. What are you listening to?
Oh, okay. Somebody's looking up that music, aren't they?
My bad.
Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
I thought I had myself muted, bro.
I thought you were dropping all the X-Men titles, Spider Gramps. No, I would never drop all the X books. I dropped Cable. I believe Cable's the only one I dropped. Yeah. But pretty sick cover right here with Colossus and Kitty Pryde phasing through them. If you notice, her arms are inside Colossus.
So who's
Jason
Tim?
Smith.
Tim is my best friend's son.
Oh, man.
Is he old? Is he
He knows all the words we're going to use. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mike froze for a second, just like, is he all?
Well, I didn't know how to put,
You're asking if he was a minor.
That's what I was going for. Shout out to Tim1225. Area 51 just popped in here.
Yeah, you want to give us an update on the rest of that chat since you're in the process of doing that?
Yes. Timothy1225 just popped in. Area 51. Who else? Anybody new? Anybody new? Nobody new. Big Bear. Nope. Nobody new. We got 18 watching right now. 11 thumbs up.
What's the math on that, Mike?
That means 7 of you motherfuckers haven't thumbed this bitch up.
Okay, so Jeremy, do you have any more books?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Davis Comic Finds is here.
Oh my goodness! I think he was wanting to be on the show. I think at one time. I don't know.
And speaking of that, if any of you guys are wanting to be on the show this coming Friday, we're looking for a few good men.
You're always looking for a few good men, Mike.
It's raining, man.
I have my Exile State Comics is here. He said, "What's up, everybody?"
Davis, what's up, man?
Anybody else want to pop in here? I know you guys are hiding out. You lurk in the background.
No more? Okay.
No
I
more.
don't have any. I don't have any more books now.
Okay, so about X-Men, I dropped both X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue. I just had too much on my pull list. and they weren't on the top of my books to read, so I ended up dropping both of those books, unfortunately. Maybe if they do a sale at my comic store, which they have been doing, I'll be going through old boxes and pulling them out and selling them for $1 a piece. If they're there, I'll pick them up there, but other than that, I drop them. Let's go ahead and do Ghosts. What? Somebody else say something in chat?
SS Comic Reader says Psycho Mike always wants a few good men.
He does. So go on to Ghost Station Zero. Babushka.
Babushka.
This is actually, I guess, another story arc. This is a codename Babushka mission. I never have heard of any of them before. But Ghost Station Zero is about there's this woman. She's trying to find, looking for ghost stations that are abandoned Soviet bases from the Cold War, sealed up with all the information, computed, all the stuff are supposed to be still inside. At the beginning of the book, she's at this dock, I guess, and she's inside this container. This one guy's expecting a whole bunch of girls in there. They open door, she's in there, and she starts blowing people away. She gets away in a little sub, but ends up going on a mission to Russia to find these other ghost stations. And I don't know. I guess it's kind of like James Bond in a way. She's a spy, a badass spy. She loves chicks, I guess, according to the book. So
chicks.
I think she goes both ways.
I think so. I think whatever to get the mission done, right?
Because she made some reference to when she was on the plane to the bartender or something.
Oh, that's right.
She was talking to someone and she said sleep isn't the only way to enjoy yourself or something like that.
Yeah. Being this is already an established title, I don't think I'd pick up another one. I don't think it was good enough for me. But Paul, what do you think?
It like you said, it's basically a female James Bond. It's got secret agents, abandoned Soviet bases, fun stuff like that. But, I mean, it's just kind of passable. I'd never read the series that came before this. I mean, it's an okay book, but there's nothing to really set it apart from the pack either.
Yeah. And Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just a basic spy book. We've seen it 100 times before. I do like your cover, Dave, better than mine.
Oh, you do?
Should have grabbed that. Oh
yeah, I think you got the better cover, Dave.
I think this is cover B.
They are talking in the chat how bad the new Superman book says, Superman 28.
Oh,
I haven't
really?
read it yet, so it hasn't been good. Action though, I think everyone's picking up Action just to get to 1,000, and then everybody's gonna drop it. But
I don't know if it's good. I'll continue picking it up.
Yeah, Action's been good. I mean,
I wonder how many variants they're going to have for Action Comics and Detective Comics 1000.
1,000.
Probably a crap ton. Yeah, could be.
I don't know. If there's a Jim Lee, I'll buy it.
Yeah, there's going to be a Jim Lee. There's going to be maybe a Neil Adams. That there's got to be a couple of the big big names.
They'll probably pull out some Jack Kirby old school, Superman. Did he ever draw Superman?
No, he never drew Superman. Not as far as I know.
1,000 variants.
Okay, so Paul, you don't have any more books?
Nope.
Mike, how about you? I need a couple more here.
Yeah, I got a few. I read Deathstroke 22, which I jumped on last issue. I like the team. I don't necessarily like Deathstroke and cape and all white. At some point, he's going to turn on these motherfuckers. So I'm going to start picking up Deathstroke. I really like this issue with Dr. Light in it. So that's a stat for me. I did pick up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dimensions. Haven't read it yet. Number 1, still haven't read it. I'm surprised you guys didn't pick up Dead Winter, number 1. I haven't read that yet.
That's based off of a smartphone game, I think.
Dead of Winter?
Yeah, with the dog.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know that. I did read Green Lanterns 28, which continues to be good. A cruise cover right and the Ash versus the Army of Darkness #2, which continues to be hysterical. That's all I read so far.
Oh, we had somebody else new pop in the chat, Mike.
Uh-oh, is that Midwest Ball and Chain?
It is Midwest Ball and Chain. See, I'm not the only one that can have a spouse in here making sure we're doing right stuff.
And my wife refuses to come in here. She won't even get on a video. So she's got to sleep. She's not in her Midwest Ball and Chain identity. She's in her secret identity.
Gotcha. Oh, is that what it is? Only other book this week that I picked up was the Walking Dead number 170. I'm not going to go. We're here still and cleaning up from the Whisper War. People are trying to go back. I can't think of any of the freaking names.
Chancla?
Huh?
It's a Puerto Rican thing you wouldn't understand.
Is that like?
Paul and Jane said, "Yeah, behave, or I'll grab the chancla."
What is that? Thing. What is it, Paul?
Basically a flip flop. Puerto Rican mothers use them to beat the snot out of their children.
Oh wow,
gotcha.
So in this book, the people are spread it out. After Whisper War, Maggie's headed out on her own. Negan's out all by himself, and then Michonne and a few others actually go back into the city, which I think it'd be kind of a cool, a different twist to it because they haven't been inside the city in a long time. Just a heads up, I think issue 171 is supposed to have the reveal of a new character. So
the princess.
So if you're into a key book for Walking Dead, you might want to pick up that one, maybe an extra one in case it turned into a key book where it's going to be worth any money. So I think
Reviews from the Batcave said Eugene is such a jerk in Walking Dead. Does he say, I am not a scientist in that book?
Does he say that? I don't think he says that here. I mean, he's a little more of a badass too, though. He's not necessarily cowering in the corner anymore. He's actually going through and defending. He actually saves somebody's life in here.
What Walking Dead is that behind you, Dave?
106.
Oh, okay.
Actually won that in a contest. Oh shoot, over a year ago, and I forgot what contest and who was for him. So. That was one of the choices, a graded book, and I'm like, I don't have any graded book, so I guess I'll take that one. So, that is it, I think, for our normal titles. I think we'll jump right into our Kickstarter corner where Paul and I review a book. But first, Paul, what are you drinking?
I am drinking. It's from a local brewery here. It is Back Pocket Brewing. It is Wooden Nickel. It is a Scottish-style lager. It's a box style that's peated, that smokiness to it. It's good stuff. What about you, Dave?
I am drinking. It's a local. I mean, it's about 3 hours from here. Three Creeks Breweries. It's Naughty Blonde Ale, so it's not too bad. I'm not a huge beer drinker, but it's a good smooth taste to it, not heavy, and so excellent. So we'll move on. And Paul, why don't you give us a start out? I'll find the Kickstarter page and do a screen share on that when you start us out on.
All right, this week we read The Imaginary Voices of Edgar Allan Poe. Dave and I are both big Edgar Allan Poe fans, so this one definitely perked our ears off right up the bat. It was created and written by Dwight McPherson, illustrated by Louis Zernowski. It's a story about Poe descending into madness after his wife dies and all his friends are gone and everything. And it merges his creations with mythological gods and monsters, and it's just really weird things going on at the beginning. This issue kind of sets up the story. Looks to be real interesting. You're not quite sure what's going on yet. You just know there's gods and everything running around. Has a cartoony art style that somehow works for it. I really dig it. I'm definitely looking forward to more. I think that I read on the Kickstarter that this was originally released as a graphic novel, and now they're releasing it through Kickstarter as a 12-part series. I think it's fully funded already.
It is. It's 198% funded right now.
Yeah. I'll let you go into what the rewards are, Dave. How you feel about it?
Is that popped up so you guys can make sure?
I can see it.
Okay. There we go. So, yeah, so Imaginary Voyage of Edgar Allan Poe, #1. Like you see what Paul was talking about, the cartoony kind of style to it, but I really think that it fits the story. Like here we got a breakdown. We read the whole book. We read a couple pages where Edgar Allan Poe's in his house, and he's kind of talking in his sleep, saying no, no, and his spirit or whatever ends up falling out of his head, falling down through and splashing in the water, and he gets met by this rat, and there's a sense of urgency. So they're running through these different rooms, running down the spiral staircase, which means that I kind of read that where you're talking about spiraling into madness. That's where I read that right there, you know. We end up going through different rooms with pictures, and the pictures come alive, goes into a Egyptian room. There's a whole bunch of bats. It is definitely a cool book. It's a long book, too. I think it has like 48 pages. I mean, it's a pretty long book. It's not your cheap Marvel 32-page books, you know. So plus $25 or more, and you get the book and Imaginary Voyages T-shirt, which a T-shirt I thought was pretty dang cool. It's down there toward the bottom. And there it is I Heart a Little
cool.
Poe. I think that's a really cool shirt for $25. That is pretty cool. But definitely thinking about getting this. Do you get the copy of the book with that? You get a printed copy of the book and the T-shirt for $25, which is a pretty dang good deal. I mean, you get a cool T-shirt and the first book. So definitely stash for me. The link for this book is down in our description. If you're interested, go check it out. This is 1 of 12, and yep, definitely a stash. So
I really love the art in that book.
Yeah, it definitely fits the whole story. I mean, especially with the, like we said, the descent into madness, and it just it's really cool.
I love how the book starts out too with the first line from not Telltale Heart, from The Raven. If you read that first part of that book, I don't know, did you see that quote up top, Mike or Paul?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think it's really cool. I'm a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan too. Read quite a bit of stuff in high school. Been a fan ever since, but definitely a stash. Looking forward to checking more of that out. So, okay, so that ends our Kickstarter corner, and we'll move on to Grandpa Mike.
Shut your fucking mouth. Whole lot of news this week. All you Yu-Gi-Oh fans, pops are on the way for that, into that cartoon. This October we're getting oh shit, what the hell is it? The God damn it, Nightmare Before Christmas. The glow in the dark Behemoth and the Seated Sally. These pops are already released, but now we're getting glow in the dark editions. Who cares, right? For all you My Little Pony fans, there's apparently a movie coming out where the ponies are sea ponies and they look like mermaids. We're getting pops for those. Nobody cares about My Little Ponies. More Hanna-Barbera pops. Breezely and Sneezely and Top Cat. Top Cat's going to have a chase. And Benny. Benny's going to have a chase as well. Unmasked Flash. That's going to be Regal Cinemas exclusive. I guess you're only going to be able to get that at the theater. I heard you're only going to get it if you see the 3D version. But like I was telling the guys earlier, Grandpa can't see in 3D. I shit you not. I asked my eye doctor about that shit. She said it's the first one. So I put on 3D glasses. I see no 3D. So I guess I won't get the Unmasked Flash. That's okay. One I'm really excited for, come November, a specialty series Predator is coming, and he's going to have the full armor, the mask, and everything. So that's going to be pretty cool. And last piece of news is in November as well. The specialty series for the Dwarves is going to be Triceratops from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All the news I really got. I did get one Funko Pop this week, thanks to Golden. And that is my Scareglow from Masters of the Universe, the 2017 convention exclusive. As you guys know, I was laid up all weekend in the hospital and didn't get a chance to grab any of these. Golden Car and my son were kind enough to send me this, and it along with the Panthro and Skeletor Dwarf, but that will have to wait. And oh yeah, if you guys got any pops this week?
I didn't get any pops this week. Golden Car sent me one last week, but it's way over there. It's a Man Bat. And the only pops I got from SDCC are Bruce Wayne and Ares. They're way over there. I'm not going to go get them, though. Y'all know what they look like. But I don't know if you saw it, Mike. I tagged you in a post on Facebook earlier today. Hot Topics exclusive Mara just went up tonight.
Oh, you fucking got kidding me. Mara, I saw the Mara pop. I didn't know it was available yet. God
yeah,
damn it.
I tagged you on Facebook, so you should be able to easily go find it.
God damn it. I wish I was rich.
Me too.
I don't have any pops this week, but I do have one coming.
Oh, yeah.
So, not the ball.
I didn't get any this week either. I was lucky enough to get out of work for a few hours a day. So.
Okay, so any more Funko stuff there, Mike?
No. Kill your Funko mouth.
Okay, so we'll move on to Jeremy. What you got going on in Trinity Superhero Cinema? I almost hung up on you.
Don't hang up on me.
Hey, I'll do it.
I got a couple stories here. This hit, we got Aquaman going up against Transformers on December 21st, 2018. I personally think Aquaman's going to destroy Transformers, even though they have John Cena. So,
that's the.
Do you hear that? You hear that? That's the sound of a shark jumping.
That's the Bumblebee solo movie that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I'm just going to go. I don't know. Do y'all got anything to say about that? I just
garbage. Poo-poo.
Yeah, I think Aquaman's going to destroy it myself, but, I've been known to be partial. Anyway, Shazam director. I got two tabs. Go to this one. It says Shazam director reveals what source material he'll look at to get familiar with the character, and it's none other than Jeff Johns' run in the New 52. And then we got this right here where he says Shazam director promises a lighthearted movie for the DCEU. The big attraction for me with that character is the fact that every kid dreams of being Superman, right? I mean, I certainly did. And Billy Batson is a kid that gets that chance, Sandberg tells the Toronto Sun. He gets to become the superhero, so it'll be big with superpowers in a way in terms of what people can expect. I think this will be one of the more fun or lighthearted movies so far in the DC universe. It certainly will be a departure. And then there was fans chiming in on Facebook and on YouTube and was saying that he's going to marvel up the movie. And I was sitting there thinking, have you not read Shazam? I mean, that's literally what it's supposed to be, a lighthearted fun, But what do you guys think about that? The guy, I mean, he's got to be good because he came into a franchise that with Annabelle, that Annabelle Creation is getting rave reviews, and it's a sequel to a spinoff movie that bombed.
Yeah.
So, or a prequel to a spinoff movie that bombed. I
want a real Annabelle doll.
They probably sell them.
Probably do. I want one.
Yeah, I don't know either Shazam from New 52 stuff.
You don't know what, Dave?
Shazam from the New 52 stuff at all.
Oh, you hadn't read that?
Well, no, I mean, I never have read it, so I don't know what the storyline's like.
Oh, he basically is a kid who's getting shopped around to these different, he's in foster care, and he's in a foster home or like a kid's home, like he's a ward of the state or whatever. And he's such a bad kid, he keeps getting sent back, and he gets sent to this family. And somehow, I can't remember. It's been a while since I read it. I have the trade paperback for it, but he gets the power of the Wizard Shazam.
I know his backstory. I'm saying I never read the New 52.
Okay.
To see if there's anything, a good story from that those issues.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect one to go with, because as I was reading it, I read it a while back, and I was sitting there thinking this would just play perfect word for word onto the screen for like a story, Because what they did, it's not a really big long arc. It's what they did was they put Jeff Johns put small stories in the back of Justice League books. So you get it in one volume of a trade paperback, you get the whole story, Like his whole getting the powers and fighting Black Adam and everything. So
it sucks he can't be called Captain Marvel anymore, though, because his name's not Shazam.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, especially somebody who's not a comic book reader doesn't know that. They say, "Oh, there's Shazam."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, if you get his first Silver Age appearance, I think it's a Silver Age, it says the original Captain Marvel. So, Paul, you got anything to say about this? Or
I hate that they keep going back and forth with DC movies are too dark. They're trying to make DC movies too lighthearted. Just make a fucking movie.
Right.
Stop trying to make it dark, and stop trying. Just make it.
Well, see, that's where I came across with. That's what I came across with this is he wasn't saying that he was going to try to make it lighthearted. I agree with him that that's what Shazam should be. That story, you know what I'm saying? Like being the kid that dreams to be Superman and actually gets the powers.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely the Shazam stuff, the Captain Marvel stuff was pretty lighthearted.
The DC just need to quit trying to compete with Marvel right now. They just need to do their movies at the pace of that's not cramming everything in. I think it's going to be a far better movie. They don't need to catch up with Marvel as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if they're behind Marvel, that just means we're going to get DC movies when Marvel movies are kind of petering out, maybe. I don't think they need to compete with Marvel. They just need to make it a good story and do a good backstory and continue on. Don't make it a competition anymore.
And that's just what it is. They're trying to they're chasing Marvel. Don't chase Marvel. Just do your movies and do them well.
All right. Oh, we're gonna go on to the next one. This is snap! What happened?
Oh snap!
That's what it said. It said oh snap. I was like, what? Okay, we got a technical difficulty here.
He got a virus from Pornhub.
New Deadpool 2 set photos featuring Zazie Beetz as Domino. I'm going to let you guys take this because I know nothing about the character.
Oh, God, I hate that fucking picture.
Well, what's wrong with it, Mike?
It don't even look like her.
She has a little thing around her eye.
Yeah, but what's up with the hair?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. What the fuck is that? Domino's got white skin, right?
Yeah, she does. I think she has white with a black spot on her eye, right?
That's because she started acting up. Cable.
And not white like Caucasian white like white.
Yeah.
Well, I was right.
I don't see any problem with it. I mean, I don't know Domino enough to be up in arms about it. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
That's why me. I don't know either, Dave.
I don't. I saw that. I was like, oh God.
So, Jason Smith says, but this girl has no booty. We don't know. We can't see a booty from here.
Who is this girl?
Oh, Dick from the show in Atlanta.
Well, what's the other picture there, Mike, or Jeremy, to the left of that one? Can you click on that one?
That one?
You see a little yellow box on the thumbnail down below the big picture? Go to the left.
That's as far as I can go left.
Oh, really? Huh. Because it shows another picture, like it's a face shot of her, headshot.
That's what I was on.
All I see is the... Yeah. Mike went
You don't
there.
see it?
No, all I see is the her laying down by the fireplace on top of Deadpool.
Oh. I don't know. Can you see it now?
No. Can you hear me now?
Huh. Is it changing when I change the pictures?
Nope.
Oh, well, I don't know why then.
More technical difficulties.
Yeah, there's more pictures in there at the bottom. There's only that one picture that's a close-up of her. I don't know why you can see that because Let me stop sharing, then start sharing again, okay? Let's try it again.
How's that pizza, Dave?
The pizza's not too bad there.
Can you see it now?
Uh-uh.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Jeremy's a new domino.
You don't see
Number
any
2018. Jeremy is domino.
Screen or whatever? Hold on.
So if he's domino and you're cable, oh yeah.
Does that make you Lobo?
Stay in the same publisher.
Yeah, get it right over here.
Let's try this.
Act professional. Big Bear says we're the professionals.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, you're letting Big Bear down.
Okay, well, I don't know. It says it's loading up here on my tab. I don't know what's up with the tab. I'm going to go on to the next one. If I switch tabs, what do you see?
See you frozen. You have
I don't know.
You have an excited face.
Do you see it now?
I see Jeremy like this.
Tegan Croft.
He says he must be watching porn. That's Jeremy's I opened the wrong tab face. Oh!
No. Says Tegan Croft is Raven in the Titans coming in 2018 to DC streaming service. I know nothing about this girl. You can't see her?
Nope. Rich is throwing tomatoes now. You're getting up
on my little thing at the bottom. On my little thing at the bottom, it shows my tab.
There you go. There you go.
There, yeah.
There you go. Yay.
Okay. You see it? About this girl. So, I mean, I don't know what to think about this. I just wanted to put it in here. Hold on to your britches and don't be chewing on nothing, Dave.
Why not?
Because this is news. Because this is news that nobody saw coming and nobody actually really wanted. The Karate Kid TV series sequel starring Ralph Macchio is coming to YouTube Red, where nobody will see it. It says, like everyone who grew up in the 1980s, the three of us are enormous fans of Karate Kid. Cobra Kai will be a true continuation of the original films, packed with comedy, heart, and thrilling fight scenes. We can't wait to reignite the LaRusso-Lawrence rivalry, and we're thankful to our partners at YouTube Red, Sony Pictures Television, and Overbrook for their shared enthusiasm in making our dream project a reality.
I'd rather see my cousin Vinny too.
Me too.
You're still stuck on the Raven page.
No, I'm not.
You are. There we go. Yeah, I'm about ready to sweep the leg on Jeremy. He keeps having this technical difficulties.
Well, you don't get that panel right there. Is the screen moving?
No.
Anyway,
amateur.
This is not a superhero movie per se, but I wanted to put this in here. Soldado will apparently make Sicario look like a comedy. The sequel to the movie Sicario, if you ever saw that. You guys see that movie?
Mm-mm.
Oro and Emily Blunt in it.
Oh, wait, yeah, about the drug dealers. Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring.
Oh, that movie's awesome. they approached the guy Taylor Sheridan who wrote Sicario for the upcoming sequel. They wanted to write it. He was like, when I told them I would write it, they asked for a traditional studio call and the outline and all that. And I said, no, guys. The first one was original. I'm just going to go all the way, and I'm going to come back with it, and there you go. And they trusted me to do that. And then read it and were like, oh, crap. We're in a lot of trouble. It makes the first one look like a comedy. Yeah, I'm not the guy to ask to write a sequel. So if he thinks that the sequel's going to make the first one look like a comedy, I don't know what to expect. So, yeah.
See, now you're a black.
That's all I got those movie news.
Now you've gone black screen. There you go.
That's all the movie news I have, though. That's the end of Trinitys Superhero Cinema. I don't have a catchphrase or none of that. Like Mike, I'm not that cool. So, yeah, Jack, y'all.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Apparently, there's a sequel to Sicario. I didn't know really anything about it, but
Mike just gave you your outro for your segment.
What did he say? Shut your funko mouth.
Yep. That's your new outro.
You gotta pay me though every time you say it.
Okay, I'll put the quarter in the tip jar like Legend.
Or send me frozen burritos. I like frozen burritos.
You wonder why you were in the hospital.
I had an allergic reaction.
Jason Smith said, what is Sicario? Sicario is a movie about drug dealers, like big-time drug dealers, and like running drugs into Mexico, out of Mexico and stuff like that. It's a really cool movie. Check it out.
You know, one of my coworkers today, speaking about drug dealers, one of my coworkers today
abort mission. No, I'm playing.
asked me how to smoke crack. Like, wow. How do they smoke crack? Yeah, I was like, really? You never watched any movies or anything? Like, freaking, I don't know.
I'm just wondering why she picked you as the expert on crack smoking technique.
Probably because she knows to check out the girl on aisle 6 earlier today.
Yes.
You know what? Now, you want to know why? Because you walked by and saw him sitting in that school bus. It's just like, that's the thing I do. Ask.
Okay, so
Grandpa does look like he smokes crack. You know, yeah, I've done a lot of things in my 41 years. I have never smoked crack. If I want to try it, probably
not. I'm reading the chat real quick.
It all starts with a match.
I just have this image of Mike looking like Chris Rock in New Jack City with the white around his lips. Got any more of that rock?
No,
I haven't seen that in years, man.
He'd be like telling Dave, he just keep calling me. He's calling me, man. He'd be calling me.
This is your brain, Ashley. This is your brain on drugs. That should have been tonight's episode.
Mike sitting there going, the train going back on the tracks.
Okay.
We went off the rails, man.
It did. Completely. We digressed completely. So any last minute shout outs or anything you want to say there, Paul?
Fuck Marvel.
Oh, okay. That's it?
No, just everybody keep showing up. We do this show for you guys. Keep the chat rolling because that's what makes this show awesome. And drink more beer.
Stay off of crack.
Yes.
This is your 90s PSA right now. I'm gonna make a video of cooking egg, and it'll be our Blasted or Shash It logo in the pan. And,
drink beer, it's legal.
Mike, how about you? Shout outs.
Yeah. Let's shout out the 6 entries into our summer spectacular contest.
6? That's it?
Only 6. We have Funk Off. We have Tat. Aim High, Seeking Near Mint Comics, all the way from Hawaii, made an entry. Mighty Mighty LJ. That's
She's
7.
not even eligible.
Well, she's on my list, all right?
Well, I know, but
Marco
she's not eligible.
808. I know she's not eligible. I just like seeing her name on my list.
Okay.
Marco 808 and Bubba's list. So those are the only entries I got. And
we shall dub them. We shall dub them the Sinister Six.
Only 6 entries he can make. You got good chance in this motherfucker. Out here. Yeah, you got till the 28th, so that's 24 more days to get an entry in. So, other than that, I want to shout out Golden Car Comics again for hooking me up with that pop and his boy. Couple new subscribers of mine, David TC78. He's got 56 subscribers, and Nick Fusari, he has 30 subscribers. So go check them gentlemen out, and that's it.
Trinity Winfrey, how about you?
Subs for everybody. Shout out to Golden Car Comics again for sending me that pop. I know Mike just gave him a shout out, but he sent me a pop too. So Mike, you can't get all the love. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Freddy's562. Hit me up on the Instagrams. Master X Splinter. Shout out to Trilogy's Comic Corner. I bought a comic from him. Shout out to if you guys ain't on this Facebook page called Comic Sketch Art, you should really get on there. Those guys are awesome. They go to cons and they get like they have signings with like artists and writers and everything, and you can send in a book, or either like if they get the exclusives, you can get them there. So I got some books coming. But it's a really cool page to get on. But yeah, just shout out to everybody in the chat for coming out and on Friday nights and making the show what it is, because without y'all, we would just be doing the same thing, just talking to each other. So shout out to everybody.
No, we wouldn't. We hate each other. Shout out to AG Surfer. He popped in here. He said he's pulling for Seeking Near Mint in the contest.
Pulling for a Seeking Near Mint because of his little thumbnail.
Oh, yeah. So Seeking Near Mint, it doesn't have a contest video, but it does have a tag video going on right now showing your sexiest covers. So if you got sexiest covers, do a quick little video and show support for him as well.
Speaking of sexiest covers, shout out to Hueys Comics Hideout for putting me onto this book right here. Oh, yeah. That is a variant cover of Agent issue 505. Pittsburgh Penguins. It's from the Three Rivers Comic Con, limited to 500 pieces. So shout out to you, Dave.
Oh,
jeez, here he's shouting you out in the offline. He's like, "You asshole, making me spend money."
He did. As soon as I posted that picture, like, damn it, Dave. Now, and then he sent me a picture saying he'd ordered a place.
I was gonna get, what was the first one? What was the first one?
It was the Electra. Not Electra? No,
no.
Psylocke cover.
It was a Psylocke cover. Then I went to that page. I was going to get that, and then I saw the Spider-Gwen. There's a Spider-Gwen one, too, and I was like, God damn it, I want both of those now. Then you sent me that. I said, oh, I got it.
You want to see a sick Spider-Gwen cover? Go check out Doom's latest video with that SDCC one he got, Greg Horn.
Oh, really?
I like Greg Horn.
It's a win.
At least this time you're mad at Dave. I mean, you were mad at me when I turned you on to that one.
That was cheaper though.
Yeah.
What, Paul?
No, I was just gonna say, but it's badass.
As always, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, usually I just post stuff up, what books we're reading, maybe an indie book that we're checking out. So follow us on Twitter there. Shout out to Jeremy. I haven't got it yet. I'll do an unboxing, but I know it's supposed to be a pair of elephant underwear in the trunk where the PP is and big old floppy ears on it. So I'll wear that for one of the shows. Look, Jeremy is shaking his head. Like
if you need a picture, I have a picture of him.
Oh, you do? Okay. I'll send you my selfie. We have a new subscriber to the Blast of the Statue channel, at least one that I found in our emails. 88 Jester. It's one that actually Alex the Comic Quarter had shared on our Blast of the Statue Facebook page. We subbed to him as well. Go check him out. I think last time I checked, he had like 30 subs. I could be wrong. I haven't been on there in a while. But that is it. Oh, one other thing, too. The next week, Paul and Jeremy both are going to be gone, as Mike said earlier. So if you want to be a guest host, come on the show next Friday, let one of us know. If not, we're going to probably end up canceling the show and taking a week off. That'd be crazy. I don't know what I do with my Friday night. Maybe actually have a life. I don't know. So with that, with you blasted over the statue, guys, happy reading, and we will catch you
later, guys,
next week.
Later, everybody.